Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner may have ended their marriage years ago, but the world never really stopped watching them. Their divorce was one of the most covered celebrity breakups of the last decade, not because it was messy, but because it felt personal to fans. People saw them raise 3 kids together, support each other through challenges, and stay close even after going their separate ways. That connection made them one of those rare Hollywood couples who, even after splitting, remained tied together in the hearts of the public. So when reports surfaced saying Jennifer Garner might be preparing to take a major next step with her longtime partner, John Miller, it instantly sparked headlines. But the headline that really caught fire was the idea that Ben Affleck, whether proudly, quietly, or emotionally, might see that wedding as a personal hit, not because he's against it, but because of what it symbolizes in his life. Ben Affleck has always been open about the fact that Garner played a major role in his life, both as a partner and as someone who supported him during vulnerable seasons. Even after their divorce, she stood by him through difficult moments and was often described by sources as the person who kept him steady. That kind of history isn't something anyone forgets easily. So when Jennifer Garner moves forward, fans naturally wonder how Ben feels, especially now, when he's dealing with public attention around his own relationships, on and off rumors, and constant comparisons. The timing, the symbolism, and the emotional weight make the idea of Garner getting married again feel bigger than just a life update. It becomes part of the Jennifer-Garner triangle that the internet never gets tired of discussing. The reports saying Ben sees Jennifer Garner's wedding as a hit on him don't suggest anger or jealousy. Instead, they point to something more subtle, a feeling many people experience when someone who once knew them deeply officially moves on. Even if the breakup was peaceful, even if both people have new partners, there's still a moment where reality hits. This chapter is truly, finally closed. And for a man as emotionally expressive as Ben Affleck, that realization may come with a sting. Ben isn't someone who hides his feelings. Whether he's stressed, tired, embarrassed, or content, the world can see it on his face. So it isn't surprising that those close to him say Garner's wedding touches him, not because he wants her back, but because it signifies a huge shift in their family dynamic. For years, Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck worked together like a unified team, co-parenting their 3 kids and appearing publicly as respectful, friendly exes. They attended events together, supported each other through major moments, and built a reputation as one of Hollywood's healthiest post-divorce pairs. That closeness led many fans to believe they would always remain somewhat attached, even if not romantically. So the idea of Garner officially becoming someone else's wife, forming a new household identity, new traditions, new emotional routines, naturally changes the landscape. Ben has always been very open about how much he values family. So the adjustment isn't just about Garner moving forward romantically, it's about the entire family shifting into a new chapter. Another layer to this story is the relationship between public perception and celebrity emotion. Jennifer Garner is widely loved by audiences. She has a reputation for being sweet, grounded, and drama-free. Every time she appears in interviews or social media, people comment on how authentic she seems. That positive public image means her wedding is being talked about as a happy event, something wholesome and inspiring. Meanwhile, Ben is often shown by the media through a more dramatic lens, sad expressions, tension, cigarette moments, coffee runs that accidentally turn into memes, and emotional conversations caught by paparazzi. The contrast can make any major change in Garner's life feel even heavier for him because the internet reacts to her milestones with applause and reacts to his with scrutiny. Another angle being discussed among celebrity watchers is that Garner getting married to John Miller, who is known for being low-profile and private, highlights something Ben often struggles with, the lack of privacy. Ben Affleck's relationships have always been highly public, especially when they involve Jennifer Lopez. Every handhold, every expression, every disagreement, every moment of affection becomes trending news. But Garner and Miller's relationship has always been incredibly discreet. They dated quietly, avoided big paparazzi moments, kept their lifestyle private, and built their connection away from the spotlight. Some insiders believe Ben admires that privacy but feels frustrated that he can't achieve it in his own relationships. So when Garner's private romance moves into the marriage phase, it may make him reflect on how different his public world is. There's also the emotional reality that Garner has been a steady figure for Ben even after their divorce. She has helped him through challenges, supported him when he struggled, and reportedly encouraged him in his personal growth. For many fans, Garner has been seen as Ben's unofficial emotional safeguard. So the idea of her fully committing to someone else naturally triggers a deeper kind of reflection for him. Not romantic longing necessarily, but a realization that the person who always helped him stay grounded is building a new future that isn't centered around him anymore. Another part of the conversation is the timing. In the last couple of years, Ben Affleck has faced intense public attention over the state of his relationship with Jennifer Lopez. Several controversies, videos, and paparazzi moments have put him under microscope. When the internet sees Ben looking tired or serious, it immediately sparks speculation. Meanwhile, Garner has been living a calmer, drama-free life. Her wedding represents stability. Ben's current situation represents unpredictability. When two exes share children, the contrast between those two worlds can feel personal, especially for someone who already deals with emotional pressure. Now, calling Garner's wedding a hit on him doesn't mean Ben resents her happiness. In fact, reports suggest the opposite. He wants her to be happy, he respects her, and he appreciates everything she has done for their family. The hit refers more to the emotional ripple effect. It's the realization that someone who once knew your deepest insecurities, your biggest dreams, your hardest days, and your most personal struggles is now moving forward with someone else, someone who will take on roles you used to fill. That realization can sting even in the most mature, respectful post-divorce relationships. Many fans also believe Ben might be dealing with a more human feeling, fear of being the messier one in the story. Jennifer Garner's life appears stable, balanced, and peaceful. John Miller is calm, reserved, and non-controversial. Meanwhile, Ben's name appears in entertainment news far more often, usually due to paparazzi moments or rumors. That comparison could easily make anyone feel exposed, insecure, or judged, even if unintentionally. At the end of the day, the theory that Ben sees Garner's wedding as a personal hit isn't about competition or jealousy. It's about change. When someone who has been part of your identity for so long moves forward in a major way, you can feel something shift inside you. It forces reflection. It forces acceptance. It forces you to let go of a chapter that, until now, remained partially open. And in Ben's case, where millions are watching every expression, every reaction, and every public moment, that emotional shift becomes amplified. But there's also a positive side. Garner's wedding may push Ben into a healthier chapter, one where he focuses more on his own identity, his direction, and his emotional well-being separate from his past relationships. Sometimes seeing someone else move on gives you clarity about what you need to heal, what you need to change, and what you need to accept. Whether or not Ben Affleck truly feels the wedding is a hit, one thing is clear. This moment marks a new era not just for Jennifer Garner, but for him as well. And the world will definitely keep watching as this new chapter unfolds.